Hi everyone, I'm Aaron and I'm with PubSafe. I'm actually the founder and the CEO of PubSafe. And today we're announcing the alpha launch of our PubSafe Search Party mobile app. And what this is, it's a mobile app that is specifically to aid in search parties and the coordination of search parties. The intent is to come up with something that is super simple, that can help people connect, typically like volunteers that may be coming from all walks of life, and get them to join up either with an organized SAR team or to work with a local sheriff's office. So everybody that is out there can be part of this organized event. And I actually saw this happen, and this is what led to this specific mobile app. Um, we had a lost child here a couple years ago in Florida, and 300 people from the community showed up. And the sheriff was unable to really get everybody organized quickly. They were trying things like, tracking on some app where you had to upload the KML file later and taking pictures of driver's licenses. And it was just really a bunch of nonsense in that situation. But there were no tools, right? So, I looked at that situation and said, we really need something specific to that. We actually built that in the PubSafe mobile app. So the full version of the PubSafe mobile app, which is a different mobile app, which has all of the other functionality, work order management, volunteer hour tracking, and all those other types of things, and it connects up to our web portal on pubsafe.net. That is a completely different solution and is more intended for NGOs, government, and corporations to, track individuals, report information, to work with processes and things of that nature that, you need not only in blue skies but also in gray. And then the PubSafe Search Party app is a niche app that is just for search parties, and it can be used by, it can be used by a CERT team, especially a lot like. Here in Florida, we have a lot of CERT teams, but we have a lot of older people that are very tech challenged. We wanted to make it something that, maybe the leader is a little bit more tech savvy and can set it up, but all the members need to do is simply enter a code, and that automatically connects them to this temporary event. And, the Search Party mobile app is not an ongoing platform. It is intended for a specific event for a limited period of time. It maintains privacy, and it really differentiates the Search Party app from the PubSafe app. So we are releasing the Search Party app in an alpha release through what is called TestFlight, which is Apple's testing program. And it's currently only for testing in iOS. When we do a production launch, it will be Android and iOS, and we anticipate that launch taking place in the next couple weeks. So we wanted to get it out to get some feedback, to get our iOS users to try it out, to give us feedback and say, hey, this doesn't work, or hey, we're really missing this information here. It would be critical if we don't get this particular functionality or this bit of information, then it's not going to work for us. I don't think that's going to be the case since it's based on a real world scenario, but we're putting it out there to get that feedback to understand how we make the product better. We are not looking to expand this into being this all-encompassing mobile app. If you want that, go to get the standard PubSafe mobile app. It's there's a free version of that. You can get on that and take a look at it today on Android and iOS. If you're looking just for Search Party or small team coordination for a very limited period of time, then the Search Party mobile app is going to be the one that you want to take a look at. So, how do we go about doing testing? Well, if you're watching this video, I'm going to take you through the mobile app, right? I'm just going to walk you through the app so you can see what's in the app. So you don't even have to get into TestFlight if you don't want to. We are going to put a link in the description below. So if you actually want to install a test version, then you're welcome to do so. It's a two-step process. One is you have to install a mobile app, which is called TestFlight. And I will show you that here. So let's see where that folder is. So here's the mobile app, and you can see it's in the center there called TestFlight. When you click that and it opens up, you will see in here that we have two mobile apps that are in testing, and Search Party is one of those. So what's going to happen is when you install TestFlight and you click that link, then you're going to get emailed an invitation. You click that, and then you go into TestFlight, and you'll see PubSafe Search Party inside of TestFlight. You can then click it, and you can open it. There's no login required. There's no money involved in this process. You just click on it and you can enter and create a search party, or you can simply join a search party. So you want to see both of those processes. I'm going to show those to you here in just a second. So let's go ahead and get started. You'll notice on the desktop, anytime that there's an icon with a yellow dot, that means that you are looking at a test version of the app. So we're going to go ahead and launch the app. Got a little introductory screen here. We're going to hit continue. Just explaining what we're doing. Now you see at the bottom, we've got two choices: create a search party or join an existing search party. So I'm going to create a new search party. We've got terms and conditions. And then this is where you enter your information. I have to enter it because if I don't, you won't see some of that information later. And you can upload a photo, like your photo ID. It actually pulls from your phone profile if you have one. And then down here, you can require people that are going to join the organization or join the search party to upload a photo. Now, you can't control what photo they upload, but you could ask everybody, say, hey, upload a profile photo so I can look at you and understand who you are. So we're just going to hit continue. On the next screen, you'll see that we have what is called a mission brief. And this is all the essential information about the missing party. Is there more information? Absolutely. You can go interview the family. You can get, a psych eval if you want, et cetera, et cetera. But this is kind of that core information that you would give to everybody. And if you're standing around a parking lot at a gas station talking to 300 people, it's going to be a challenge for you to get this information out to everybody as they're maybe trying to take notes or whatever. So we said, hey, put it in the mission brief, and then when they join the search party, they have a written reference that they can take a look at. So we're just going to say, hey, the person is missing. So we have the search parameters. When are we going to start this search, and when are we going to end this search? What's the official cutoff? Well, if it's at the end of the day because it's going to get dark, that's hey, that's fine. But you're telling everybody, hey, this is the drop dead time frame. If we don't find them, everybody should be out of the field by 7 o'clock tonight. The point of contact is who the members of the search party can contact if they have questions, concerns, maybe they find something, they're not sure. So this will be Jane Doe. And this information appears later in the mobile app. All right, we're going to hit save. Now this is where the code is generated. We did it this way for two reasons. One is with a QR code, once you get to this point, you can actually hold that QR code up and other people can come by and scan that to get the code. So they would need to install the app, and then they would scan that, which obviously copies it to their clipboard. Then they can paste it into the proper field when they go to join a search party. You can also copy and text it to people, send it via email. And then at the bottom, you can set the duration of the search party. So if this is a short-term event, maybe a 12-hour search party, you can set that. At the end of 12 hours, the code goes, is invalid, and everybody drops off. It's a drop dead time period. So you can then see it opens up in the map. Now, at the top, you see Jane Doe's contact information, which you can copy for a text message or a phone call. On the map, you will see all the members of the search party, and I'm the only one in this, so you're only seeing me. But you can add and or show and hide the labels. You can make yourself invisible if you need to go offline for some reason. Let's say you have to leave early and you don't want to be tracked anymore. You can just simply hit that button and it shows that you are hidden. You don't have to uninstall the app or anything like that. You can go hidden, and then at the end of the search party time period, then obviously it disconnects everybody. Nobody can see anybody that was left in the search party. So we'll turn that back on. We have a black triangle in there, and this is to help orient people. And anybody can add that black triangle, and it will shift from person to person. So it's kind of key to understand how to use that. But what it allows people to do, let's say you're trying to get online in the woods and walk, you can say, hey, orient to me on me. I'm the one with the black triangle, right? Or, hey, rally at my location. I'm the one with the black triangle, right? We also have an SOS function, which if somebody has an emergency, somebody gets hurt, or they find something significant, or they were to find the person, then obviously they could hit that button and it puts that red triangle behind that individual, so everybody can focus on knowing exactly where they are and can reach out to them. Now, if there are other members, you can actually click their icon and it'll bring up a little info window, and you could message them directly, or you can click to call their phone number, right? So that's why we have that in the profile. This function allows people to message everybody at once. Can be a double-edged sword, obviously. If you've got a bunch of people in the general public and people start abusing this, then that could be a problem. You can obviously shut people down, like, hey, this is for official communication only, and you can do it that way. But this broadcasts to everybody that has joined the search party. It is fast and simple. We chose that over trying to put a bunch of logic in there to restrict who can do this. We said, hey, let's go with fast and easy as opposed to slower, more role controls and things of that nature. And then the last icon on the map is just simply your location. So if the map gets off, you can hit that. It's going to bring it back to your specific location. In the top right-hand corner, we have a settings option here. You can create a new team. You can switch teams if you want. If you switch teams, you're getting logged out of the current team. You can edit your profile, et cetera, et cetera. Down at the bottom, we have the various icons. Obviously, we're on the map now. We can hit the home button. And this brings up the mission brief here, right? And you can see the information from that mission brief is listed here. And then that way, again, people can reference it. You don't have to try to reach out or remember or write it down. You can do the emergency alert from here, and you can also share an update. All right. You can then look and also see who is on the team. So if there was 300 members on here, you would actually see all 300 members. And again, you can search for them by name, and then you can contact them or you can locate them on the map. And then the last one is updates. Any update, no matter if it's peer-to-peer or peer-to-group, all of those messages are going to show up here in a list. And that's just for accountability. It's for ease of communication. You don't have to say the same thing or send the same information 100 times. People can go scroll through that and they can see what's going on. Now, let's look at how do we look at this from a person that's going to join. First of all, above the map, you'll see the search party code is located there. It says VXEKPU. You can actually click on that. And again, it's going to bring it up. So people can scan that. You could screenshot that and make it available to a couple people. Those couple people could then walk around a large group of people and say, hey, here's your code. Here's your code. You could print that, put it on a piece of paper, and people could come by and scan that code, or they could simply come by and type that in. You may want to have a QR code to get the mobile app, and then you may want to have a QR code with your search party member information or search party code, as you see here. Those two steps need to happen, and by printing those and making them available for people, you don't have to give everybody a ton of instructions. One person can be standing in front of the two sheets and say, hey, install this app, and then enter this code. It's that simple. Okay, so I need to write that code down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the app, and then I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to select join as a member this time. All right, there we go. That's it. I mean, that's all they have to be able to do is simply enter that code to join a team. It is that simple. Again, I'm thinking of the older generation that are often in CERT teams that play an important role. Maybe they're not in the field doing the physical work, but they still may be part of the command and control system. Or you just have people that aren't tech savvy and they need a very simple process. So that is the PubSafe Search Party mobile app. Click the link in the description below. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new search party, and I'm going to extend that time for that search party to be the next couple days. And you can take that code that I'll publish with the video in the description, and you can enter that code if you want to join anybody else that may have temporarily joined this alpha testing search party team. So you can see maybe different people, and it works all over the world too. So any place you have cell phone service, it will work. So if you're a village in Africa and you need something like this for local communication, or you lose somebody in a European city and you're looking around, it doesn't matter, and it can be used for disasters too. It could be a temporary disaster thing. It could be a animal rescue, pet rescue thing. You may have a couple NGOs that come together in a disaster and you want to be on the same map. You can do it that way, or maybe there's one primary NGO that's running things and you're going to attach to them and they could use something like this. PubSafe does all that too and actually does it in a more robust way, but this is a way of doing that very simply and quickly. So we love your feedback. Thank you for your attention. This is a little bit of a long video, I know it, but this is a unique and special mobile app that is needed to handle a lot of these situations around the country and around the world. Thank you.